Busy. Well, next guest, 13-0. We just talked about it the earlier show, 4-0 in the UFC, fighting on UFC 320. Trains at ATT. There you go. Push the button. Farid Basharat. Fred, how are you, sir?
What's up, guys? I'm very good, thank you. Apologies for the lateness. Sparring finished a little bit late, so I didn't want to mix anything up.
No apologies needed. We heard what you did in that sparring session. We don't want to be that person, okay? So no apologies needed, all right?
No, thank you.
But we're in the thick of it, right? We're 20 days, 3 weeks away from it. Big fight, probably the biggest so far UFC career. Chris, Gutierrez is a true veteran of the sport. Big fight coming up at UFC 320.
That's right. I think I have 19, 20 days left now, so I'm in a good place. I'm in a good position. I've been training very hard, obviously, at American Top Team for the last 15, 16 months. I love it down here. I really feel like I've found my team, and I'm just developing. I'm developing all my skills, and I just need to stay healthy now, get the weight down for fight night, and I feel like I'm going to have the best performance of my career.
One thing real quick, El, please take it away after this. With you switching to AT&T, ATT, usually that happens maybe after a loss or happens, some kind of a midlife crisis in the MMA space. And, that could happen. You didn't. The brothers didn't. You're undefeated. It seemed like nothing was going wrong. Your game looked unreal from afar. Why did you make that switch 15, 16 months ago, come down to South Florida and train at ATT? What was the catalyst of that?
I think when I was training in Las Vegas, and I was there for about almost 3 years. And Las Vegas obviously had its ups. There were some really good things about it. The Performance Institute was really good. There was an abundance of great bantamweights to train with and featherweights. The biggest problem I found there, though, was the structure. Everyone's timetable was different. Everyone's schedule was different. I really had to organize my own fight camps, and every night, the night before, the next day I had to schedule my own sessions, call people up, can we do this time tomorrow? Can we do that? And it took a toll on me, and I just needed somebody to take that control away from me, because you never really want to be your own coach. It was kind of I had my coaches, Dewey Cooper and Jake Shields. They were amazing, but it was me and Javid were kind of controlling a lot of what direction we take the camp and stuff like that. And I just felt like I needed a place that had really good structure and really good coaching all around. And ATT was the first place in mind.
And being in that room, but for those of you who are watching live, Farid and Javid, watching them train together is awesome, by the way. It's some of the highest level training you will see in a gym. But and I see you guys all the time. You're constantly working, constantly breaking things down, drilling after class, drilling before class. I feel like I always see you on the mats. Mike Brown is a guy that I think really exemplifies that. Is that why you guys have kind of attached to him at the gym, and just what is it about him that made you want to make him one of your head coaches?
Yeah, I think you said it well. I think my brother and I, we gel well with Mike, because there's a lot of similarities between us. I think we're both huge fight fans. Firstly, before being a fighter, I'm a fan. I love all aspects of the sport and the game. I'll watch Muay Thai in my spare time. I'll watch boxing. I'll watch grappling, wrestling. I'm a huge fan before everything. So, and Mike's the exact same, 2.0. When I first got together with Mike, and he would show me his files on his phone of all the positions and all the details of specific moves, I was like, wow, this is me and Javid, So I think that's the reason. That's one of the reasons. Other reasons is he's got a wealth of experience, and he's just an excellent coach. And the third one is on a personal level, he's a real chilled out guy. He's open to because sometimes I have ideas and thoughts, and he's not the type of coach that's no, you go do it my way, or it's my way the highway. He's like, what do you feel about this? What do you think here? And I really appreciate that. So yeah, Mike's the man. He's outstanding.
So right before, or I guess right when we started the show, we were letting people know you were going to be a little bit later. We kind of started talking about your last fight, which there was a lot of kind of interesting things surrounding. Victor Hugo missed weight by, I think, 10 pounds, right?
Yeah.
And I heard through the grapevine that you didn't even get like a percentage of his purse. Like how, just explain to us that fight week and kind of how all of that went down.
Yeah, it was unusual because I got there as usual. Like fight week, everything was normal. My opponent turns up on a Tuesday, so like the normal day. But the only thing is, he was flying in from Brazil to Abu Dhabi. I'd already gone there like 2 weeks before to acclimate with the time zone and everything. So I already had a feeling, and majority of his fights were at featherweight already. I think he's only his last 2 fights prior to me, Contender Series and his UFC debut, was bantamweight. So I already had a feeling. I was like, something's a bit fishy coming all the way from Brazil on fight week. You know, he's known to be a feather, and I had a feeling, you know, in my gut. But whatever, you focus on yourself. And then Thursday night we start cutting. I'm very well, good job. Go to sleep, good weight. Wake up early Friday morning, continue cutting, and as soon as I finished cutting, I made weight. The nutrition Charles from the UFC nutrition team comes to me and says, "We have a bit of a problem. Your opponent's missed weight." So I was like, "How much?" Because I was thinking, all right, maybe we could work something out, or if it's like a pound, I just take his percentage and we keep fine. He said he's 10 pounds over, and I was like, "That's not even close. How are you 10 pounds over?"
Yeah. It's a different weight class. It's a different weight class.
It's a whole weight class. So
yeah,
I said to them, "Look, we only had about 30 minutes before the official weigh-in." So I was like on weight 30 minutes before. We had 30 minutes. So in that 30 minutes, we're trying to call Sean Shelby. The time difference, I think he was asleep. Then I tried to call my manager, Ali. He'd just woken up, and I'm calling my brother also. And we're having like a 3-way call, what we should do. We tried to get Hugo to cut initially as much as he could. He said, "No, I'm not doing it." Then we said, "Let's do 140. He said, "No, I'm not doing it." And then the UFC kind of just gave me an ultimatum, and they were like, "Look, man, the guy's not cutting any more weight. We either have to cancel the fight, or the only other option is we literally changed this fight from bantamweight to featherweight. And he's made weight for feather, and you obviously way under." So I was like, I hadn't fought in 10 months. I'd flown all that way. I did a long, crazy camp. I was like, I believe in my skill sets. You know, I think I can still beat this guy, and I got the job done.
Wow. What a story. What a story. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling us that story. That's phenomenal. Me I have an older brother and a younger brother. So I would love your insights, the same as mine. When we all grew up, we played sports together, you know, basketball, baseball, football, all that stuff. And it's funny, every single time my older brother was great, and then I was better, and then my younger brother was better than us, because you have to move up the chain. You have you always play ahead. With you having an older brother who's a high-level mixed martial artist in the UFC, was it the same for you? Were you always kind of like trying to be the same as him, elevate to him in age and all that nature?
Yeah, 100%. Man, I'll be honest, our competitiveness is, I believe, is what got us to such a high level. Right. If you, like, I'm sure Ellie will tell you, like at some random point, you'll see us arguing and bickering on the mats even, because we're just so competitive, you know. We'll be like, do it like this, and I'll be like, no, do it like that. And your brothers, so you know, you grow up together your whole life, and there's going to be that competitiveness. But yeah, ever since I remember, since like we were 5-6 years old, we were always competing, whether it was soccer or like when we were so young, we did taekwondo, whether it was the PlayStation, anything. We were always, me and Javid were always competing, because we were close in age also, you know. And obviously we started our training at the same time, but he turned over to amateur and professional before I did. So I was constantly catching up to him, you know.
Right.
And he's always been like a marker for me. Like he set the blueprint, and I'm always trying to catch up to him.
That's amazing. I love it. What soccer position did you guys play?
We moved around a bit. We ended up settling at right back, and he was also kind of center mid, right back, center mid.
Good spots. Good spots. I love it.
You guys played on the same team together?
No, he was always the age group above me.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
We're so I have 2 sons and 2 daughters now, and they're doing the same thing. So they're all in soccer right now, but they're in all different age groups. So I know exactly what you're saying.
Dave, dad of the year.
No,
Dave coaches, he has 4 kids, and he coaches every single sports team. I don't understand.
That's impressive. Hey, the most important thing is to give him your time, isn't it? So
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and money doesn't matter. Money comes and goes all the time, but time
yeah,
and memories forever, forever. Talking about times and memories,
yeah.
undefeated in the UFC. Keep on making memories. UFC 320 is around the corner. This Saturday, UFC Noche. I would love your take. Big main event, featherweight division. Diego Lopes and Jean Silva. Would love your 2 cents on this fight. To me, it's a really close fight. The betting odds has Diego Lopes as a major underdog. I don't believe that, but I would just love your 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I think it's a close one. I think it's close to 50-50. I think John Silva, being from Fight Nerds, they've built a online presence. There's a hype about them, so that's why the odds are probably stacked in his favor.
Good point.
If I'm honest, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Fight Nerds. I love what they're doing. I remember me and Javid, Kyle Bahalio and his coach, Pablo, the head of the Fight Nerds.
Yeah.
He spent a bunch of time in Las Vegas, so me and Javid got a bunch of work with them. They're really good. I'm a big fan of them. Diego Lopes is a juggernaut. He takes your shots, comes back with his own stuff. I'm leaning towards John Silva.
Okay.
I think John Silva gets it done because I think he's got a lot of power and he'll hurt. If Diego takes the shots like he tried to against Volk, I think he'll get hurt against John Silva. And also, Diego is very, very dangerous in the first round and tends to fade away. Usually, tends to fade away. In the Volk fight, it wasn't so much the case, but usually he has a great round one, and then like you saw in the Ortega fight or the Danige fight, he kind of fades away.
Yeah.
So I'm going John Silva. Momentum's on his side too.
Respect that.
I think it's such a toss-up. It's such a close fight. I feel like we haven't even really talked about this opponent coming up at UFC 320. Chris Gutierrez, he's been around in the UFC for quite some time. And I think he's kind of, he has a very distinctive style. I think he's an opponent.
The leg kicks, right? Very good at leg kicks? Okay.
Very good kicker,
yeah.
You know what to expect? Is there anything, I guess, specific that you've kind of noticed through your film study and your camp that you're looking to implement in this fight?
I think with Chris Gutierrez, he's such a veteran. He's had a lot of fights. He's a very, very good opponent. Not taking him lightly at all, but I just feel like you kind of know what he's going to do when you go out there, and what he does is very good, but I do believe it's limited. He kicks very well. He does everything very well, but I just feel like the advantage I have over everybody is my well-roundedness and essentially I could take the fight where I want to, whereas he's kind of needs to do what he can only do his thing, and his thing is very good, but I feel like it's kind of all he's got. Whereas I could play his game. I kick very well also, but I could also box very well. I can wrestle very well. I can grapple very well. So I'm definitely looking to show my full skill set. But I think that would be my biggest advantage: the fact I'm more well-rounded than him.
Love it.
I
can't wait for that fight, Al. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I know we didn't get quite as much time with you as we'd like. So I definitely want to give you the opportunity to tell the viewers a little bit about your charity as well. I got a chance to ask Farid about this. So you're working with an orphanage in Afghanistan, correct? And they're building a school?
That's right. So this is Future for Orphans. It started out as a family. A friend of mine, him and his family, they started an orphanage in Afghanistan. They've done an amazing job. They started with, I believe, a couple of years ago, it was 4 orphans, and now it's over 100. So they're doing an amazing job already. And now they have a project that they want to build a school for the orphans, and that's where I'm coming into this, and I'm hoping to raise as much money as I can through this camp and this fight, and all the proceedings and the money will of course go to building the school, which I'm very happy with. I'm very proud because this is something I've had on my mind. It's something I wanted to do for the longest, since I was young. I've always wanted to get involved in charity work, so it's, I would love for everybody to get involved and donate what they can, because it's going towards a really, really good cause,
I love it. Undefeated UFC fighter, soccer player, charity. What does not for?
Oh. Did Dave just freeze on us? I think Dave froze. Can you hear us, Farid?
Yes, I can hear you.
I think you froze for a second, but we really appreciate. We will definitely, guys. We're gonna drop the links to Future for Orphans in the chat, and guys, please share it. Obviously, spread the word. We appreciate your time so much, man.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. It's an honor for me to be here. Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you for. We'll talk to you after your win. All right, we'll talk to you mid-October.
Absolutely.
With a nice W.
Absolutely. Hit me up after I win. We gotta talk again.
Right away. Right away. Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Look at that. One savage to another. I just saw it on social media because I get all these messages. I'm telling you, as soon as